Hi, welcome to Empower Today. We've been looking for 6 weeks about what it's like to feel human and 6 ways to help us feel more human. Now, I got to the title in the end, didn't I? By feeling human, I mean connected to God, to ourselves, to other people and to the world in which we live. We've looked at 5 things. This is the last one, and I've basically called this hanging out. Jesus did a lot of hanging out in his ministry and in his life. He hung out with his friends, Mary and Martha, and their brother Lazarus. He hung out with the 12 disciples. He had a group of 72 around him. 3 of the disciples were his closest friends, who he really hung out with a lot and spent time with. Jesus enjoyed hanging out. A lot of his parables, you know, those stories that are told to make a point. Parable means laid alongside. It's a simple story with an explosive meaning. Well, those parables, a lot of them actually in the first century were jokes, where Jesus is saying, oh, God's like this. And you can imagine the disciples laughing around the campfire, having eaten their lamb and flatbread. Going, don't be so daft, Jesus. God's not like a grumpy old man that won't get up to answer the prayer of a widow in the middle of the night. God's loving. We've made Jesus so serious, haven't we? And yet Jesus loved being around people. Of course he was serious at times. Of course he was hungry for justice. But he enjoyed hanging out. I hang out with Graham here on my left because there's no one on my right who would be called Graham anyway. So he's obviously on my left. I hang out with him on a Tuesday. Tuesday morning I come into the church and the first thing I do after I grab a coffee is go and see Graham in the kitchen because he cooks food for our lunch club. Graham, how many people have we got at lunch club today?
Today 63.
63.
Yeah.
And what are you cooking them?
It's beef stew, mashed potato, peas, carrots and some cheesecake.
We have a little game as well that I come in, don't I, and I have to guess what you're making.
Yeah.
And sometimes he hides bits away to try and throw me off the scent. And it's all kinds of people that come to the club, isn't it?
Local people and people who do attend the church and others come from old people's homes in Hadlow and various other places. I think it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
People keep coming back.
And I think they keep coming back because the food's good, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that for the camera. You are a brilliant chef, really great. But also they love hanging around with each other, don't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of activities. They have a quiz and they chat to each other and they have company with each other. It's, you know, you can see at Christmas dinner is like that, Christmas lunch, and enjoy themselves. You know, it's a nice atmosphere. Yeah,
because you did a Christmas lunch, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that was fabulous as well.
Yeah, there was 70 plus there, I think.
Yeah, and what I liked was you pulled out all the stops. There were the what are the things you pull apart? Crackers. There were the crackers, there were the silly hats, all of that kind of thing. And I think for some people who live on their own, that would be so important. My next door neighbour comes to our lunch club. She comes to our day centre here where we have a meal as well. And she loves being around people. It's fantastic. She's got a brilliant family who she sees often, but she loves seeing her friends here. We all need people to hang out with. We are created as human beings for community, and it helps us to be more human. If you're feeling lonely, I'd really encourage you to come to the lunch club here on a Tuesday at 12:30 if you want to, or to come along to a church service at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, or to come to open house, our coffee drop-in on a Wednesday and a Friday morning from 10 o'clock onwards. God is a big fan of community. Yes, we need time on our own in solitude, silence, prayer and reflection, but we are created for community and for beef stew.
Yes, yeah.
Take care. See you soon.